Hello, everyone. Welcome along. Unmute Deb's mic so that she can speak.
You're already trying to cut me out of this conversation,
Trying
are
to
you?
cut you out already, Deb. Trying to cut you out
Right.
already.
Right.
Welcome, everyone, to our latest live stream.
Yes. So we're here to discuss, obviously, we told you last week, excuse me, that we are doing our 10 in 10 weeks. So 10 cruises in 10 weeks. Mammoth journey.
Yeah.
I think we've got through the first one okay, I think, in particular.
We did get through it. It was a little bit of a short one, but that's the way we're doing this. There's lots of short ones, one longer one in this, and a couple of back-to-backs towards the end
correct.
too. So
and trying lots of different ships and everything in the meantime. But I think we'll just shout out and say hello to everybody. Thanks for all saying hi.
Yep.
In the comments.
Who have we got? Let's have a look here. We have Peppa Pig. She is back. Hello, Peppa. We have our good friends Rob and Ali are here too, saying hello to Peppa Pig there. We are cruising. We're very excited to say we are cruising with Rob and Ali later this weekend.
And a few of our loyal watchers too.
Yes,
so
there will be a few
we'll
on
jump
there.
into that shortly.
We will.
But,
We've got some things to share with you
Joe,
about it.
hey, Dylan.
Joe's
Hey,
there.
Robin.
G'day, Joe. Dylan. What have we got? Robin, you're going too fast for me, Deb.
That's a woman thing I can keep up.
We've got Joanne here.
Hey, Joe.
Rhonda, you have been sitting there waiting for the live stream for a little while. Welcome along. We are both feeling well. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you very much for that.
What else? Who else have we got? There's Dylan again. 360 building and pest inspections.
Hello.
Hello.
Not sure what we call you, but we'll go with 360 building pest inspections.
Yep.
Shout out to your business.
Yep. And we've got, they're watching from sunny Brisbane.
As we are.
Dylan's watching from Brisbane tonight. Rhonda is down on the central coast of New South Wales.
Nice part of the world.
Oh, sorry, Rhonda is. Robin is watching from Tweed. G'day, Jason. Another Aussie vlogger is on watching from Wollongong. Well, Wollongong's an interesting place because there are some rumours that the New South Wales government are looking at Port Kembla for another cruise port. So who knows what might happen there? Some, speculation that Royal Caribbean might be sniffing around. So who knows?
Stay tuned for that.
Stay tuned for that. We'll see what happens over the next few months. Mind you, with the New South Wales government's reputation for mucking around the cruise industry, it may never happen.
Anyway, no politics in this.
Lazelle's there as well. Hello. And who have we got? Anyone else? Oh, our friends, the BG Travelers. We're also cruising with these guys in a few weeks. So
looking forward to seeing you guys.
Looking forward to seeing them. We met them last year on a quantum cruise.
We did indeed.
Pouring your heart out. Hello from the Sunshine Coast.
Good old sunny coast.
Yes, we've seen some of your cruise videos as well. Very nice. And we've got Rowan and Noni getting excited for Friday when they board Quantum for the South Pacific. Well, guys, hopefully we get to cross paths with you when you get off the ship.
We're trying to, aren't we?
We'll see what happens. We bumped into these guys when we got off our Trans-Pacific cruise last year in Sydney at Circular Quay.
Absolutely.
Who else? Hello, Ron. We've got Madison. We'll just get through this list. We've got Peter CCF. Hello, Jenna Slater.
Happy hump day. Yes, straight back to you, Peter.
Yes. Janice is watching from Bendigo. Cruise Crazed fam. G'day. Hello.
Amy.
Very interesting video, guys. If you want to go and have a look at one of Amy's interesting videos, she had certainly an interesting accommodation experience in Sydney this past weekend prior to her latest cruise. So go and have a look at that. All right, let's get into it. All right. Deb, what are we going to go through tonight?
Okay, well, how about we just talk about, the whole point of this is to keep up. So we're going to talk about the cruise that we just did, and then we're going to have a chat about what we're about to do.
Yep.
So On Saturday, we jumped on Quantum of the Seas out of Brisbane. It was literally a Saturday, Sunday night. So you can imagine it was packed. People are obviously coming out for a bit of a party weekend. Not that we found it overly boisterous in any stretch of the imagination, but people were there to have fun. What we did find was a lot of people were first-time cruisers. A lot. And it was really interesting sort of hearing their feedback on, no, this is not for me, or yes, I've been trying to get my family. I remember talking to one gentleman who was saying that he managed to convince his family of 20 who have all said, no, don't want to do cruising. They all came on board because he'd made them basically, because it's 2 nights, get over it. And apparently they all walked away and absolutely loved it. So, I think these short cruises are great for first-time cruisers in particular, just to sort of suss it out on whether it's something that you would like to do.
Yep. Yeah, look, and it was interesting because as well as a lot of first-time cruisers, a lot of those first-time cruisers, as you said, were parts of groups.
Yeah, there's lots of groups.
A lot of groups were using this cruise for celebrations, whether it was bucks or hens.
There was a few bucks and hens, wasn't there?
18th, 21st, 50th, wedding anniversaries. There was a significant amount of groups on there. So yeah, I mean, we dive into what we thought in an upcoming video. We recorded a video instead of doing so we've done a day one vlog, all the embarkation and some things that we did that day. We cover off on in our second video. We didn't do it as a traditional vlog. We actually did more of a, is a 2-day cruise worth it, who it might be worth it for. So those videos will be dropping probably from the beginning of this weekend and into next week. So keep an eye out for that. Make sure you do hit that the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you get the alerts when those videos come out. But I guess what for you made the cruise sort of unique, Deb?
Do you know what I absolutely loved is literally when we got on board, the first person we saw when we got off that gangway onto the ship was an officer or hotel director that we were on the Ovation of the Seas cruise with.
Yes.
Francois. And it was like a homecoming. Like it was instant, like we're home. And then I think we walked inside, we went down to lunch, then we saw one of our hotel, the dining, what do you call him, concierge kind of thing was there, and Putu. So we've got to know him over the last few cruises as well, and his wife is also on board. And then we had passengers coming up to us, and we just went, like it was like being home.
It's nice. It's nice when you're cruising and there's a bit of a familiar atmosphere to it. So I guess that atmosphere, that vibe, that was the personal touch. But the vibe of a 2-night cruise, I know I commented, and I'm curious on your thoughts on this. You heard me say this a few times. What the difference between, say, like this cruise, which was 2 nights, the shortest we've ever done, versus longer cruises?
Oh, look, completely different. You have to go on with a different mindset. It's 2 nights. It's like get in, have fun, get out kind of thing. Longer ones, obviously we can get in, have fun, as we do, but also you have downtime. So not so much downtime. Well, lots of people did. You could literally go and lay on a sun lounge or sit in a pool for 2 days, which many people did. So I think we just need to catch up on
let's start with this one. Cruise case friend, 2 nights party. Is this what we're going to bring to Princess Amy? I don't know if they can deal with this.
Yeah, so we're actually doing a cruise with a Cruise Coast fam, Amy and Pete, in April.
Yes, we are.
First ever. So we're actually going to finally get to meet each other, which will be good. Well, we talk a lot, but...
We talk a lot, keep in touch.
Yeah, no, it'll be great. I did just see a little bit up further. You scroll back up. Pouring Your Heart Out is also on our cruise, this one coming up.
Oh, wow. Awesome.
So that's really awesome.
Yeah, we'll get to meet you as well.
I don't know if we've missed any others. There's a lot of comments in there, but
I think we're all good from about that point.
But
Jason's cruising in 2 weeks on the Splendor. Can't wait. Oh, good luck. I need to look. I have decided that we're going to try probably in as soon as we can, but we do have a pretty full schedule this year, and we have full-time jobs as well, so we do have to take care of them. But as soon as we can, I am going to go back and give Splendor another go.
Oh, have you? You decided that?
I think I have to do it. I think I owe Splendor another chance. So we will do that. Keep watching, and we'll let you know when I actually get the courage to actually click the book button.
Absolutely.
Who else? What else have we got here? Have we missed anything else?
Thanks, Peter.
Thanks, Peter, for the congratulations. Yes, in the last just over a week ago now, we hit the 1,000. So that's a big achievement for us. That was a goal for our channel to kind of get to that point.
Yeah, it's definitely ticking along at the moment. So it's been lovely.
Please continue to share that with your friends and family. In the meantime, do you have some questions? If you do, don't forget to drop them in the comments with the live chat here tonight, and we'll try and get them up on the screen and try and answer them as we are walking through the live stream and having a chat with you, because that's what we love to do. We are Deb and Matt Chat. We love to chat with you.
Do you think he does? Do you think he loves to chat?
I get excited when I get the opportunity to chat with people. What can I say? What can you say?
So we'll keep chatting about what's going on, but in the meantime, we'll keep an eye on the comments as well and jump in and cross match, what we're saying as well. So I think, while we've talked about, Quantum 2 nights was great. We're actually back on Quantum in 2 weeks. Not this weekend coming, the weekend after we're back on.
Yep.
Yes, but we're taking Noah on that one. That was his graduation present of graduating primary school.
Well, not just that, but achieving school captain last year and everything else. So
kicking goals, that kid.
Kicking goals. So that was sort of the we had an opportunity. We got a good special and took advantage of that.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. So do we want to
yeah, so that's that. I guess that's a bit of a wrap up. We don't want to spoil what's coming up too much in the upcoming videos, so we will keep moving. Oh, hang on. Quantum 10th of March. Oh no, that's the day after us. You're missing us by the weekend. That's the day we get off.
What a shame. One day we might actually land on one together. We might have to send you our schedules and see what your schedule is, so we can actually land on one together.
Yep. Let's see. We've got a couple of questions here, so let's just jump into these. Ron D asks, what would be your must-see in Singapore? Doing a cruise March 26 back to Brisbane.
Where do you start?
Okay. So it depends on how adventurous you are, how much you like food and things like that. I think you have to experience some of the hawker centers. One of my favorites is the Golden Mile Hawker Center, just that traditional hawker center food.
Yes.
Like not beautiful as in architecture wise, but the food is amazing. The choices are amazing. Chinatown at night is amazing. But there's also a place, it is a little bit on the more expensive side. It is definitely geared towards tourists. But it's a place called Makanan Sutra. It's on the Marina Bay area. It's actually not too far. It's probably walking distance from Raffles. It's on the water, but it's like a big food court. It was sort of founded and the brainchild of a guy called KF Sito, who is a popular sort of foodie and into food and restaurants and things over there. A number of years ago, they've just gone through a renovation. Unfortunately, we didn't get to it on this trip.
You for your information.
If you're looking,
Gardens by the Bay. I'm going to jump in and say Gardens by the Bay is stunning.
But Gardens by the Bay, our advice would be go there later, sort of in the afternoon, mid-afternoon, so you can spend a few hours there, getting towards closing time and sunset. So that way, into the evening when the light shows kick off, you're there for that whole experience of the light show with the mega trees and everything.
And if a Singapore sling excites you, go to Raffles.
You've got to do it. I think it's a must do at least once. Look, it is plainly a tourist trap.
Absolutely, but jeez, it's good.
It's something like I think there are.
That's ridiculous
I think I
price.
saw the other day they're up to about $36 Singapore now.
Wow.
For somewhere in that range. So they're not cheap anymore. But I think you've got to do it. You've got to have that experience. So anyway,
all right, let's move down.
Next question: how many cruises do you generally do each year? Well, normally not as we've started doing a lot more.
So last year we did 10. This year we've got 16 booked. But as we've said, obviously we're doing this big chunk one. So yeah, normally not as many as this year. But who knows what? I mean, we're literally trying to plan 26 at the moment because we haven't done that yet. So we'll see what happens on that one.
What happens? Rowan's saying honest review of the hot dogs. Honest review of the hot dogs. Our videos are always honest, but look, I would say they are a great snack. Like they're not say something you're going to get from a traditional maybe street food hot dog vendor at a markets where they're all set up and the guy's German and he's doing the German sausage and everything. But
you and Noah love them though.
We love them.
Yeah, I don't think I've had one.
And there have been times where we've maybe had a late breakfast, and I'm feeling a bit full, but then sort of mid-afternoon it's too late to kind of go and get lunch, and you're close to dinner. Great, I've enjoyed them quite often. The buns are really nice and fresh and sort of steamed and everything. So yeah, it makes it good. Alaska with Princess. Thanks, Susie.
No, I'm going. All right, I'm not skipping to that. Thank you, Susie.
Oh, you're looking at that first part. I was looking at the last part.
Wow.
You are lovely.
Whatever.
I love you.
Well, I hope so.
Yeah, so all right. Rob and Al agreed. Oh, excuse you. The hot dogs, they quite enjoy them. Excellent. I'm sure they would have gone down well with the beer, Rob. Okay,
no doubt.
So what do we have?
What's next?
Well, look, we do have to get into the what's next, but let's just break it up a little.
Oh.
I've got a joke for you.
Oh, jeez.
I just want to know, why do cruise ships never get lost, Deb?
Why, Matt?
Because they're following current events.
Jesus. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to all of you. This man likes to throw out his good dad jokes. I don't know if they're good, but anyway.
They're following current events.
Yeah, okay. He's probably been holding on to that one all day just to get it out tonight.
Maybe.
Maybe. I agree, Rob.
Oh, now.
Stick to the streaming, man.
I was hoping this was going to become a regular part of the live streams over the next few weeks.
I apologize. Don't tune out because of it. No, let's start talking. So we've talked about the last one.
Yep.
Obviously, if you've got any questions about the first one we've done, let us know. But let's talk about this weekend. So we're embarking on the 3-night 90s cruise on P&O Pacific Encounter. So this is the last themed cruise that P&O will ever do. So, of course, we had to be on it.
Now, I just want to, there is an intricacy because there are still some themed cruises to come later in the year that are booked through till early 2026 that were already scheduled. But this is the last one before the Carnival changeover.
This is correct. So we actually joined up with our great mates, Rob and Al, and decided to do this together. So I think at this stage, the four of us are actually moderating the Facebook page for this cruise as well. So don't know if there's any tickets left, but, jump on if you can. So we are embarking on that, and there's been so many conversations. So let's talk about theme nights. What is actually on offer with the theme night?
Theme nights. So we've actually got 3 theme nights planned over the 3 nights. There is this is how we do it party like it's 1999. We
I can't
do
think
have
so. Excuse me.
So you can
I'm just going to boogie.
You boogie.
I don't know why I'm doing this because that's 80s.
70s. It's more
70s.
disco fingers.
So what is 90s?
I think
Running
you
Man.
No, probably
MC Hammer.
You're shaking all the.
All right, I'll stop.
Okay,
I'll stop.
Okay, so yes, we've got this is how we do it, party like it's 1999. We've got the spice up your life because Backstreet's back, and we've got funky fresh double denim night. Now,
I remember going to a disco in double denim and thinking I was the bee's knees.
Yeah, well, we will get back to that. Joanne, I do see your question. We will come back to that in just a moment. Amy's saying the theme nights were fun. Theme nights are always fun. She's also saying that Jumping and Running Man were part of
that, but Matt got mad at me for jumping in the office.
Yeah,
it's not a concrete floor in here.
Not a concrete floor, unfortunately. We're in a multi-story house.
It does make it.
Things wiggle.
Things wiggle anyway.
Things wiggle. Okay, so yes, so we do have a couple of big parties coming up. We are working on costumes for that. We are trying to get ourselves in the groove.
We're not revealing our costumes just yet.
No, you'll have to tune into the videos.
And it's not because we haven't completely got them together yet.
No.
I
do know that our good friends Rob and Al are probably a little more organized than us, though. I do want to also compliment our good friend Amy because she put on a cracker costume.
Gosh.
So I'm just going to
oh wow, you're going to go find it.
Bear with me.
Okay.
I'm going to jump to your mic. You jump to mine for a sec. Just shuffle over here. All right. Just let me pull this up.
This is not normal. I'm not comfortable at all.
You're not comfortable?
No, not at all.
So while I'm pulling this up, you want to just sort of run through who's the entertainment, because the entertainment lineup looks amazing.
Yeah. So we have been on 80s cruises. So there is a band called Forever 80s, and they are phenomenal, phenomenal. But what it is this same band is now on this cruise as Forever 90s. So we're super excited about those guys being the main act for the cruise. I think we've got Andrew De Silva's CDB.
Yes.
You're happy about that one?
I am very happy.
And the 90s hit DJ James Mack. And the comedy, which we do find on some of these themed cruises, they do actually throw in a comedy act. And we've got Hung Lee as a comedy act.
He's a bit of fun.
Do you know him?
Seen some of his YouTube, some stuff on YouTube, so it will be fun.
Yeah, I haven't. So, look, I think the entertainment is going to be awesome. On the past, themed cruises that we have done, people literally get on in costume and don't get out till the end. So they're always pretty epic.
All right, I'm going to pull this up. Check this out because holy moly. Check this Xena and Hercules costume out from...
You put us to shame, Amy.
Yeah, unbelievable. What a cool costume. Now, the really cool thing about this is, and we'll just shuffle, we could swap back here.
Is that moment, No, when you go the...
No, I don't.
Okay, whatever.
So that costume, Amy actually made the costume, like did all paper mache stuff. I think that's what it was. But yeah, it looked absolutely phenomenal. So great work, Amy. We will probably not be that creative.
No.
But stay tuned because you never know what we will be wearing.
And yes, Rob, no, we're not giving it away. I promise. We've got thoughts. We're not giving anything away.
Rob, I will follow up with you later on our conversation from last night.
Correct.
Now we do have something that we will give away, and Rob, you'll be okay with this. For those of you that are in the Facebook group for this cruise, we have arranged a meetup on Saturday afternoon. So
at Sail Away Party?
So starting at 3:30, just before the Sail Away Party, up on deck 15. Us, Deb and Matt chat, along with Rob and Ellie Cruise Travel. We will be up there doing a bit of a meetup, sharing memories with you all about the, your favorite P&O memories. talking a bit about what might be to come with the changeover and just getting to know you. But make sure you do come and say hello. We've got a special little gift that just a little something
from the four of us, just to say thank you to everybody.
Yep. So make
for
sure
all
you
support.
do come and say hello to us on that cruise on Saturday at 3:30. Now I did see something. Somebody did ask, where was it? No, it wasn't that one. Does anyone know? Joanne asked, does anyone know what the other changes will occur when the changeover happens? What will happen to the theme nights? Joanne, we did do a video that dropped in January that sort of went through all the changes we do know to date. On top of that, I will share a link in the show description after the live stream to that. But there are some changes on top of that will start to come out. Emails have just started to come from Carnival about the changeover from the P&O Players Club to the VIFP program, which is the Carnival loyalty program. There's going to be changes in the brands of drinks that are on offer on the ship and things like that.
But things like the New Zealand ice cream are staying.
At least for now, only for the moment.
Well, they've got the contract. We're not sure how long that contract is.
We think it's going to be a staggered contract. 12, basically the next 12 months on Encounter and then 2 years on Adventure, but we'll know more in the next little while. So yeah. Anyway, keep an eye out for that link, and that will be there for you. Now, moving on. So this is, as we said, also the farewell cruise for us. So
a bit sad, to be honest.
Yeah, look, it is there.
No, it's the same. It's going to be the same ship, but it's P&O's been around with us for me in particular, for a very long time. I think the first ship I sailed on was Pacific Sun. And I know that, I've got family members that were on the Fair Star. So, we have done a lot of traveling on P&O over the years. So it's just going to be one of those reflective moments of saying goodbye to it. I mean, it's, as we said, it's the same ship, but it and a lot of the same staff. So it's not about that we're going to lose the staff that are on board or anything, because majority of them are staying and have kept their contracts with Carnival. But still, it's P&O. It's going. So anyway, we will have fun. We will celebrate her. I'm calling it a her. It's a her.
Her?
Yeah, I'm just going to go with her.
Okay. You can do that.
Yeah. Whatever.
Yeah, look,
me.
we are going to miss the brand. And as I said, we will be, we would love to meet people, both ourselves and Rob and Ali, and have a bit of a chat with you on video about some of your memories and of P&O. And
yeah, we'd love to do a bit of a compilation of goodbye P&O while we're on board. So please come and say hi if you're on board, in particular, or...
Look, and the reality is, yes, the ship's saying the service offerings are going to change, but at the end of the day, it is a brand that is very much loved. It is the Australian brand. P&O Australia is Australia's cruise ship brand, 92 plus years, I think, in Australia now. So it will be sad to see it go.
Absolutely.
See you in the next one, Jason. Take care.
Good night, Jason.
Okay, so let's move into a bit of Q&A again. Guys, do you have any questions? Anything for us that you would like to ask down?
I don't know if we've missed some. We might have missed some in all the comments in particular.
Let's see. Here's one. Joanne asks, I haven't been on Carnival Cruise. My first one will be in September. Is Carnival Splendor more for children?
Look, to be honest, when we were on it, there were kids wall to wall.
Yeah, there were. And we haven't taken Noah on it, Joanne, but I know that Cruise Craze fam and Amy and Pete have had their kids on there. They love it.
That's what ages your kids are, Joe. I'm not sure how old they actually are.
But we certainly didn't see any bored kids on the carnival
The
Carnival
pool
Splendor.
was full. All the little spas were full of kids.
Yeah, and obviously all the water slides and everything as well. So.
Yeah, 100%. And when I went to the Build-A-Bear workshop, that room was chock-a-block full of parents and kids doing the Build-A-Bear, which I actually think is a really lovely touch of carnivals, because all the proceeds go to the Westmeads Children's Hospital from all those Build-A-Bears. So, yeah, look, from what we hear, Carnival is definitely one.
So Jo says she actually doesn't have kids, but yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so look, I think Carnival do really situate themselves as a family brand. So you do get a lot of kids on there, and the size of the ship, the layout of the ship means you're probably going to have more interactions with kids on the cruise than you are on, say, something like a Quantum class ship. Where did you go? I saw an interesting 32 cruises on P&O for Rob and Ali. And you're sad and you will miss them. Yes, I think we're very much the same. So
at least we're all together.
We're all together with that as we say goodbye this weekend.
Yeah, absolutely.
BG Travellers, thanks for the heads up on the drink package change of price. So does heaps.
Did you know what happened with that one? Is that we had got notification that there'd been a price drop in the drinks packages. And so we jumped on it, but apparently it was a mistake and it was literally up for 3 hours. So those people that jumped on, so we were notified by somebody else, then we notified these guys. It was 3 hours. It was
3 hours. Got the deluxe drink package on a Royal Caribbean cruise. $88.
Easy.
Unbelievable.
So yeah, you're welcome, Chris and Janelle.
Noni says, what do you think will happen with the cyclones for South Pacific and Queensland over the next week? Okay, so this is an interesting one. I know a lot of people are getting very nervous about this. So number one, your captain will make the decision that keeps you safe.
100%.
That is the number one thing. Number two, generally the decision won't be made until probably the day before you cruise. What's happening out in the South Pacific is, and I'm not a weather forecaster, but I do look at the weather a fair bit. There are currently actually 3 cyclones out in the Pacific. There is the big one that
way to scare people.
I know, right? So there is the one that the media are covering a lot, Tropical Cyclone Alfred off the Queensland coast. There's and then there's 2 others. Now, what does that mean? It means you could get diverted. You may not get diverted. You may end up having a bit of rough conditions. Anyone sailing out of Brisbane, probably from towards the end of this week onwards, will at least probably have a slightly rougher than normal departure out of Brisbane. It's not going to be too bad, particularly given the size of the ship that you guys are going on, which is Quantum. But yeah, look, just remember, at the end of the day, your captain will make the decision that keeps you safe. You will generally get a notification beforehand. So make sure when you are in transit coming up for this cruise, that you keep access to your emails, because that's where you will get a notification in your email from the cruise line. Make sure you're checking your junk settings and all that sort of thing as well.
And look, one thing we do say is you've got to be prepared that your ports will change. We see so many people jump in there and complaining about, I miss this port, I miss this port. As Matt said, the captain is keeping you safe. So choose, do you want your port or do you want to be safe? So we're big believers on, go with what the captain's telling you. I mean, I've actually been in cyclones. I've been on 2 cruises through cyclones where the waves are coming over the top of the ship. So, a little bit daunting, but that was his best route. So, we had to sort of go inland a little bit. So compared to what it would have been out in the bigger seas, he pulled it in as close as he could. And we missed ports, but you know what? We didn't drown.
Yep.
So just an FYI.
Yeah, look, just be prepared.
Ship is your destination.
Ship is, often is the destination. That's the attitude we take towards it. We love getting out and obviously getting off and exploring new places, but it may not happen. Now, just as we wrap this up, just remember, like, there have been some exciting changes, or what I've considered exciting in the past. I remember there was probably about 18 months ago, there were a number of cruises that were supposed to do the South Pacific or do North Queensland that actually got diverted and ended up doing itineraries that were Sydney, Melbourne, Hobart. So you still get the same sort of time, the same time on the ship, but you get some ports that you may not have been to before. I understand you guys are based down south, so that may not be as exciting for you, but it can happen.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, Rob said he read today that might be heading inland on the return for the current PNG cruise to come back inside the Great Barrier Reef. That's very much a possibility. Would be very tricky to do, from what I understand, navigating through the Great Barrier Reef, and I think they would actually require particular permits from the Great Barrier Reef Marine Park Authority, but they're pretty much stuck otherwise. So let's see what happens there. We'll keep an eye out. Rowan has a question for you, Deb. Quantum Ovation, which cafe did you prefer for your morning coffee, and how busy was the queue when you went, getting a refreshment package and trying to work out what to do?
All right. So, we're talking to Quantum Ovation. So we've got the Starbucks up in the Windjammer.
It's not Starbucks in Australia.
What is it?
It's dressed as Starbucks, but it's not. They're not licensed operators Starbucks in Australia.
The coffee place up in Windjammer
Yes.
is great. And then there's also the one down on deck 5?
Yes.
5. So do you know what? I kind of base it off
4.
where the 4?
Deck 4. And the Royal Esplanade on deck 4.
There you go. Let's go with that. 4. So look, generally they're not too bad either way. I think the most I've probably ever waited was maybe 5 minutes. But just gauge it. If you're up on 14 and getting breakfast in the Windjammer, check the lines out up there. If you're going into the main dining room, you could maybe get your coffee on the way in or on the way out. So they're generally not too bad, but highly recommend getting them. We actually just mentioned this on the videos to come on Quantum about a coffee card that we were able to purchase.
Yeah.
As well. So it was a $39 coffee card, gave us 15 standard coffees.
Yep.
If you get an iced one, it was classed as 2 drinks. And that actually doesn't expire. Excuse me. So we can actually take that on the next 2 years of cruising if we don't use it.
Yeah.
So just another little tip that we found out on the last one, but that video is coming over the next week.
Yep. Certainly is, once I edit. Unless you're going to help.
We'll get a move on.
Need to teach Deb to edit at some point. Oh, JJ.
Then you can do washing.
JJ, okay. JJ is doing a river cruise in April.
Oh, that's exciting.
Budapest to Passau with Uniworld. Wow, that is super cool.
One day we'll get to do the river ones.
We will indeed. And Katrina is here. Hello, Katrina. You're on Quantum 10th March. You're not concerned if you'd be diverted. And
thumbs up to that one.
Also, a thank you for finding out the cost of a model ship for you. Not a drama.
You're welcome.
Katrina did send us a message after the last live stream where we did invite people to send us a message about the upcoming cruise if there were any questions or anything they wanted us to cover or look at. So we did do that. We went and checked it out, and the models of Quantum of the Seas were $79 on board.
So you're most welcome.
So, yeah. All right. Where are we? I think we are up to date on the questions at the moment. So, yeah, look, I think we're getting towards the end of this one. Let's see if I've got anything else on my list.
So for those that may have missed our first one, I know we kind of mentioned in the beginning, but this 10 in 10 weeks in particular. So we are trying a few different ships in this. So it was all about, let's see what ships we potentially haven't been on, but also sort of wrapping around our work in particular.
Yep.
So as I think we said, we've got a lot of short cruises, but even on, I think we've got week one.
Yep.
Which we're going to Hobart and Adelaide, which will probably work a lot on the cruise, unfortunately.
Yes, it will be.
But that's what we've decided to do.
Yep.
That's what we choose. But the whole thing about these lives is so we can keep up a little bit. While we are going to be smashing out these videos as quick as possible, well, he is. I don't do that. That we'll try and keep on top of them. So we've literally just finished our Anthem series.
Yep.
The Quantum, which we've literally just done, will start dropping over this next week.
Yep.
Or weekend. Yeah. So we're going to try and catch up as much as we can.
Yeah. So our big goal for all of you, because we know that the information is relevant, is in particular the 90s cruise this weekend. And at the end of the month, the first Carnival Splendor cruise. We will be
Carnival Encounter.
Carnival Encounter cruise.
Yes.
My apologies. We will be getting those videos out as quick as we can, and everything else will sort of slot in between that and after that.
Yeah, we know that you're all very, very keen to see the first changes. Obviously, these are just the wet dock changes. They're the preliminary ones. And then the dry dock is coming next year. So we'll get that one out probably sooner rather than later for you, so you can actually start to see that.
Yeah. We got Mike says, going on Carnival Splendor for the first time, doing New Zealand cruise in November. It's a great cruise to do, doing New Zealand. Unfortunately, I haven't cruised to New Zealand, but Deb has.
No.
You haven't? I thought you had.
No, well, no, we haven't done the full cruise to New Zealand. We've been there on our Trans-Pacific.
Right.
But we haven't done the...
I have been there.
Light bulb moment. Anyway, so we haven't done those traditional leaving from Brisbane, leaving from Sydney, going to New Zealand, but we've done Auckland, we've done Bay of Islands before.
Okay.
So very exciting, Mike, though.
Yeah, good on you, Mike. It sounds like a good cruise, that one. Katrina says she's exhausted listening to how many we're doing. Yeah, we're exhausted too, and it's only week 1.
All right, so maybe, check back in with us at about like week 7 when we're doing this and see how we're feeling then.
Yeah, that's a good point. Rob and Ali, Mike, make sure you are subscribed over on their channel as well. They've done the New Zealand cruise, but they are going again in April, and they're going to have some great videos coming. I know, talking to Rob, they've got a lot planned. It's a great ship that they're going on. I'm not going to spoil any more than that, but just keep an eye out, because yeah, it will be a cracker series that that they're going to be dropping on that New Zealand
100%.
cruise. So do get over there if you haven't already subscribed. Joanna asks, can we tell you if the key is worth it? You mentioned in one of your other videos that it is worth it if there's a lot of tenders, but there is not. If there is not, do you still think it's worth it?
Oh, I think we've done we've done a full video on this in particular, because you want to go? No. So
you can go.
In general, if I want to sum it up so I don't make a really long conversation out of this one,
we will.
So we say the key is worth it for the individual. And we do make all these points in our, I think there is the key worth it video.
Yeah.
It's yes, if there's ports, is it important to you to get on board early? Is it important rather than stay up late and check in?
Yep.
Jump in when I'm...
Yeah, look, the reality of the situation is, Joanne, in my personal opinion, now kind of opinion, nobody can tell you if the key is worth it, because it's going to come down. There are so many decision points in making it. Price is one. So what's the price difference between the key versus the internet package?
Yeah,
that's a key one. Do you need
the internet? Are you doing that?
Would you normally purchase the internet anyway? If so, great, that's the start. And if that's the case, what's the price difference between it? What's the price difference between the key and the internet package? Because if it's a big difference, that's where you've really got to build your value in. So if you've got mobility issues, or you've got ports that are tender, and you want to be maximizing your day, that's where you start to take into consideration the port things and everything else. Yes, you get the lunch as well. Yes, you get the priority disembarkation and priority embarkation. But it really, I think, go back again after this video. I'll put the link to that video in the in the description for this live stream. And really just watch how we explain that, because it is particularly, it really is an individual decision.
Absolutely,
And there's a lot of videos online that will say the key is worth it or the key isn't worth it. And it's really not that simple.
No,
And,
it's certainly not. And that's what our video is all about, is that we just give you factual stuff and then you decide individually if it's worth it for you.
yeah, and there are times when we get it and there are times when we don't.
100%.
On the Trans-Pacific cruise, we got it because we were traveling out of a new cruise terminal for the first time. We had
Yes,
a
it's true.
number of, we had 3 of our 5 places that had tender ports. We were both going to be purchasing the internet anyway because we needed to be working on that cruise. So yeah, a big difference. But yeah, anyway,
I think we need to go back up. There's just a
couple of
few.
comments there, a couple more questions. Of videos. Mark's asking Carnival Encounter 5th of April. Looking forward to
Well
it.
done. Thanks, Mark, for
Yeah.
saying so.
Thank
We
you.
appreciate it.
Pouring your heart out asks, how do you fit all these cruises in between your jobs? Again, I think Deb made the key point earlier on this. The key point. The big thing for us, particularly at the moment with this little run that we're doing, almost all of it is weekends or 2-night cruises or 3-night cruises. Yes, there's a 7-night cruise in there.
One's over Easter, so we've just maximized, public holidays or whatever it may be.
Yeah. So we've just carefully planned that, and that's how that works out, and that's what we did. Same with the New Year's series that we did. That was that Christmas New Year period, back to back over when our works were quiet, when Deb's work was sort of on a bit of a shutdown. It's just about doing that, and then we will do a couple of other weekend cruises throughout the year, and then after this run, our next long run again isn't until New Year's. We'll have other cruises throughout the.
We're gonna have a dry period.
We've actually yes, we will. We've got some travel coming up in May as well. We're doing a series because we're traveling to Bali for our friend's 20th wedding anniversary. So we'll be going there for a renewal ceremony. So we'll be covering off there, and I'm looking forward to getting back there. I've been there over 25 times, so it's kind of used to be very much a second home.
Yeah.
Quick question
Thanks,
before you
JJ,
go.
for loving the videos. Appreciate that.
Did I skip one? Sorry. There we go. Katrina's. Have you heard any more about Royal bringing out a ship all year round, which also ties on to what is happening with Quantum when she leaves us for good? Well, this is an interesting one because there's been, at this stage, Quantum leaves at the end of this season. Voyager has also been confirmed as only going to be here for 1 season. So Quantum's going to be operating west coast of the US, it looks like. Voyager is only going to be here for 1 season. Royal Caribbean launched, I think it was last week or the week before, sale fares for 26, 27 through around LA. So she's out. So at this stage, we don't know what's coming back to Brisbane.
No.
But I did ask a question on the weekend of a senior officer, not Francois, someone else, and they will remain nameless and unidentified. And I said to them, what's happening? A lot of people don't know. Everyone's getting worried that Carnival may even be considering leaving Australia or leaving Brisbane. Oh, sorry, Royal Caribbean maybe.
Hang on.
Whoops. Got that.
Don't scare people.
Royal Caribbean may be leaving Brisbane. And, we thought Lelepa was happening. Why can't they come all year round? And I got a very, very simple, very short answer, and that was watch this space with a very big grin. I don't know what that means. I'm not even going to speculate. I'm kind of
no. We're literally going to keep asking questions.
I do have a little spreadsheet, and at the moment, Royal Caribbean are going through week by week this month, listing all their doing their schedules, their releases for 26, 27 season. So that period that we'd traditionally be covered by. So there's a bit of a list of elimination I'm going through. Navigator of the Seas is potentially one ship that may come here.
Yeah, that was one that was thrown away. Thrown around. Yeah.
And it has been thrown around on some of the other forums. There's also the potential that maybe Quantum could come back, but who knows at this stage. I'll keep ticking off that list. We will not know the answer until June, the first week of June, what's actually going to happen.
But we'll keep you abreast of that one.
We will. All right, so let's see. Anything else? Robin Alley just say the same. We do the same, Julie. Take advantage of public holidays and weekends and back to work on the day we return. Yeah, and that's another big part of it. So, we literally did Saturday night, Sunday night, got off the cruise, and
we're
straight back to work on Monday. In the car, making phone calls and straight onto the emails as soon as we were out of the car. So that's just the way it works. Katrina says she'd heard that it could be Navigator as well. Yes, could be. All right,
guys. Well, we might start to wrap this up.
We'll wrap this up now. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining us tonight.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining us and all the questions. And continue them. Obviously, if you think of something after this video, please let us know. We will be back again next Wednesday night.
We will indeed.
Yep. So to review the 90s cruise and then talk about the upcoming Quantum one after that one.
Yes, we'll have a little bit more planned for that one as well. So
hopefully we might have lots of nice photos and stuff like that after our 90s cruise. And we cannot wait to meet those of you who are joining us that we haven't met as yet.
Yeah,
really excited about that.
Really excited, really pumped for this weekend.
Please make sure you come and say hi.
I just saw there. Look, I'm going to just address that. Yes, we are very lucky at the moment. Rowan, do hang in there though. Don't forget, jump on the website for P&O and Carnival. Just check out if the flash sales at the moment. I didn't check for Melbourne, but I do know some of the post dry dock cruises for Carnival when it becomes Carnival Adventure. So in March, April 2027. Some of the ship will be in Melbourne for about 3 weeks. So do jump on while there's some cheap specials on like low deposit sales and have a look at that.
All right,
guys.
Robin,
thank you.
We will see you on Saturday. And Morgan Oscar,
looking forward to the weekend. We will see you there. We will see you all. Yes, you are unlucky down there, unfortunately, Joanne. Guys, we're going to wrap up. Thank you very, very much for joining us tonight. We look forward to catching up with you again next Wednesday, as Deb said. We look forward to chatting more about cruising. We'll see you in the next one.
See you soon.